Make it a little bigger. I wish I had another. Okay, cool. Wish I had something a little bigger to.
Welcome back, everyone. The first stage of Shadowlands is about to begin with the pre-patch event. Zombies will be invading, Icecrown once again will be relevant, and there is much that you will be able to do, including getting your legion of freshly leveled up characters geared up and ready to enter the Shadowlands.
Legion.
Just like how I am geared up and ready to get around regional restrictions with NordVPN, today's sponsor,
NordVPN.
which is available
It's
at my
everywhere.
link, 68% off at $371 a month, and you get your first month free. Why use a VPN, right? Well, it's simple.
Make sure you guys
Do
get
you
that.
want to watch content from another region, say on Netflix? I mean, seriously, check out Japanese Netflix. There's way more on there.
No.
Easy. Use Nord's 5,000 plus servers to choose your location and use the internet like you were there. Get around those region blocks. Also,
Not
they
going
keep
on
you
there.
private, which is pretty sweet.
Oh.
Your ISP won't know what sites you're using. That means they can't sell your browsing data to advertisers, nor can they prioritize some
You'll
of the
have
sites
no
you
idea
use
what I'm
over
doing.
others. Also, I think this is important, Nord are a Panama registered company, so your government can't get to them to breach your privacy.
on, Bellular.
And what's great is the user
Bellular
experience. The app and
Gaming.
the browser extension are
Also,
super
when I
easy
just
to
looked at
use.
this, it
And
said it
yes,
had 69K, and now it's up to
68% off and a
112.
free month at nordvpn.com
good.
/Bellular Gaming. A big thank you to them for supporting
Come on,
our
Bellular,
team.
I
That
just wanna know
support
what's
really is
going on.
going places. You'll see what that is soon. And with that said, let's get right into the video.
Oh, that's
When
right.
you
This is
first
getting
log in
split
during
up
this
into
event,
2
things
weeks.
should pretty much be chaos. Death will be all around you unless you manage to log off somewhere that was nice and isolated. So what's
Wait.
the first thing to do?
Wait a second. Weren't we here? I thought we already did this. There was no. There was literally no undead anywhere. Okay.
Well, outside of going around and having fun,
I don't
as a
know why that
zombie
would
or
be.
maybe
Did
a
we-
zombie exterminator,
I think we came in late.
It's time for you to go get some gear and get some context for the Shadowlands. You see, the ultimate goal of week 1 of the pre-patch event is to respond to the plague and to put an end to Nathanos Blightcaller.
We already did that.
The quests for week 1.
Oh,
are
that was so
basically,
cool.
Right, they basically amount to a reconvening
Screw
of
that
the
guy.
faction in your faction capital, and then flying through the starter zones to gather reports and clean up some Scourge armies.
See, the thing
in
is,
either
I don't.
Duskwood
We
or
didn't
the
see
Barrens.
anybody.
It should really only take you around 20 minutes to get sorted from
We
beginning
didn't
to
see
end.
any undead until we got to
Scourge outbreak is going
Darkshire.
on, so maybe
I wonder
it'll
what
take you
that.
a
I wonder
bit
why that
longer.
is.
Of course, though, the most time-consuming part of this is making your way to the Eastern Plaguelands to take out Nathanos Blightcaller, in exchange, of course, for an item level 100 bit of gear and a cinematic. Now, Nathanos is a full world boss, so yes, you will need a full stack of people to defeat him, and you can actually kill him weekly for more loot, of course, or, you know,
that's right.
for the joy of killing Nathanos, finally. Now,
Like I was
once
saying,
you've,
guys,
seen that
Nathanos
stuff
is a
play out,
little bitch.
you're done. That's essentially it for week 1. There is not a whole lot going on. There's only one thing left.
Hold up.
And that
I told you guys that there was going to be. You could kill each other and turn into things, but I didn't get the chance. There was nobody in Stormwind. Not a single undead. Nobody was undead. I told you, though. I wasn't
that is the
lying.
single available daily quest to kill zombies in your major city. Beyond that, though, well, just have fun leveling up some characters and spreading the Scourge around the place.
We're gonna go
or
do
doing
that,
other
though.
pre-patch related activities.
We're
Whatever
gonna
it
go
is,
do that.
We'll have to wait till week 2.
Okay.
Once the second week rolls around, it is time for you to head to Icecrown. Now, if you've got a character from back in Wrath of the Lich King, and you have the Argent Tournament Tabard, then that'll be pretty great, because you'll be able to teleport to the tournament whenever you want.
Shit,
because
I
you'll
should
be
have
going
got
there
that.
daily for the dailies, that'll be dead handy. But okay, the Argent Dawn are actually operating out of the tournament grounds. So the first thing for you to do is to head there and start the quest chain that sets up, basically, us to understand our villains' motivations as we go into the Shadowlands. And by the way, if that sounds
so
good,
we here early
our
then? Should we?
two-part
Do we not
Lich
have to
King
be here
series
technically?
will really make the Shadowlands, the Lich King, and the Jailer click and make sense for you. So check those out.
We should watch that
the
next
quest chain itself
while
is
we
a very
wait.
standard World of Warcraft set of quests, which is, I guess, pretty nice. Though really, it should not take you more than an hour to do. Basically, go kill some Scourge and aid the wounded at the tournament.
Yeah, this has been pretty.
Cult of the Damned
This has been pretty
bases in
underwhelming,
Icecrown,
not
which
gonna
is,
lie.
I feel pretty familiar because, as with all cults in World of Warcraft. We, of course, get some of their robes. We go in disguise. We investigate. We cause some chaos, rescuing prisoners, sabotaging cauldrons, and then, of course, we drop a ton of bombs on their armies. We go, we confront their leader.
Is
of
this,
course, our first interaction with a denizen of the Shadowlands. And that is the narrative content.
So this is all stuff that's going to happen next week.
All right, time for the real meat of your gameplay to begin, the daily quests. So there is that first daily quest in your faction city from week 1, but then there are more dailies that are actually available once Icecrown opens up, although only 4 of those will show up for you on any given day. Now,
they must have changed. This must.
I
wonder if this is from.
Complete the first quest in Icecrown, but others do actually unlock after you complete the full quest chain. So
we have like little
tidbits.
All right.
On your first day, so you can get all of the dailies to maximize your commendations, which are of course your big resource. Now these are also standard quests: kill specific mobs, free some prisoners, pick up and use some items. You know, the works. Thankfully, they did not reuse the Argent Tournament dailies that involve you,
Come on, I like the Argent Tournament. Bring back Thrall, old Thrall, obviously.
So yes, that is the daily content. Next, though, let's talk about the rewards.
Ooh, let's hide in here.
The daily quests that you do.
I don't think it's not going to be worth much. Obviously, this is more for
catch-up gear and
catch-up gear.
Like the Putrid Geist Pet.
We're getting
and the
that next.
Anti-Doom Broom. Now the gear is item level 100. That is the equivalent of normal Ny'alotha gear, and actually it will give you a leg up in your initial Shadowlands gameplay on your fresh alts, because it's better than the gear you'll get in Bastion. So pretty good if you're leveling up characters in the revamped leveling system. And there's actually 9 pieces.
Wait, that's better?
Basically, each of 9
what's the item level going to be?
Like a lot of your character slots.
How is the item going to? How are items going to work in the next one? I don't know.
There's really not that much of use here for the transmog because these are unique appearances, technically, but they're basically just gladiator-colored versions of the Season 1 Aspirant gear.
I don't care.
That's,
I want it.
The same appearance as the Erithai Warfront set, which is, of course, the one we've been, looking at all through BFA, so not much.
I don't care. I want it.
They are, though, really useful for alts or catch-up gear. They cost 15 commendations each, and you will be able to earn 17 commendations a day from doing your dailies. But also, there are Scourge Stones. These are green and blue rarity items that you can actually turn in for extra commendations. And if that seems familiar to you, it's because
69 of them, baby.
Original Argent Dawn grind from quite some time ago. The green ones can drop from any Scourge mob, and the blue ones, of course, are rarer, though the zone bosses do drop multiple of them. Now, these trade at a rate of 1 commendation per 25 of the green ones, or 3 commendations per 25 of the blues. So, you know what that means. If doing your dailies is not enough and you want that gear faster, yeah, you can just set a few hours aside and you can go and grind the hell out of some mobs so you can get that gear real quick.
Now, of just gotta do the bosses.
Because there are also some Wrath of the Lich King era callback bosses that are in the zone as rares.
Alright, 2 minutes till the spawn, boys.
But of course, when there are anywhere between 10 and 50 players wailing on them at once, they do not last long.
No, they die very quickly.
Stars are Patchwork, Noth, Putricide, Lanethel, the Black Knight.
Yeah, we already killed Putricide and Lady Death Whisper.
Now, those bosses
they were waiting for Scalding now or something.
Appropriate versions of their original gear from their Wrath of the Lich King drop table. So that's pretty cool. And of course, that also can be a fun source of transmog.
I didn't know that.
For your character, and also some nice weapons as well if you're fast enough to get the tag in. There's one special boss though. That is it Brojarm? He's the boss from the Forge of Souls that is a callback to basically the guy who did Soul Music, and yeah, he drops a 34 slot bag. So that's pretty cool.
Wait, who?
You'll want to take him out as well, and he is one of his own rares.
Hold on.
Basically, the guy who did. There's one special boss though. That is it Brojarm? He's the boss from the Forge of Souls that is a callback to basically the guy who did Soul Music, and yeah, he drops a 34 slot bag. So that's pretty cool. You'll want to take him out as well, and he is one of his own rares. That's it.
No,
there you go. That's basically it for the event. Now, of course, outside, outside of this, there are the.
We need that 34 slot bag, honestly.
Which basically run as a kind of backdrop to the Argent Dawn assault on Icecrown. So, with that said, let's talk about the Scourge Invasion.
Yes. A zombie's got
for a rundown of how the invasion works. So, well, either you know what to look out for, or well, you know how to avoid it. Right, zombies will show up in Stormwind.
I didn't see any.
And
you're a liar.
To infect players, and NPCs with their
Ooh.
attacks. Once hit, you will die in a minute or so,
Hell
and you
yeah.
then become a zombie yourself, unless you can get to an Argent healer in time. Because yeah, no player mechanics or anything can help, you need to get to a healer, or you will turn into a zombie. Good luck with that, though, because at least in the PTR,
they're all dead.
The healers were often, of course, the first NPCs targeted by zombie players. Now, these healers, of course, will do a lot of damage.
We're gonna go
zombies,
cause some
so
havoc
you will
tonight,
need to
I
bring
think.
quite a strike force of zombies with you if
Hold
you
up.
want to bring the healers down and really spread that plague across the city. Now, if you are so
I'm sure our
inclined,
team will get
there
it.
are other ways to cause chaos if the healers have been taken out, and it can get quite fun. I mean, zombies can basically clear out
Well, yeah,
NPCs with ease, and
that's basically
well, leave the city barren of anything useful.
I didn't get to play during the pre-patch, or not pre-patch, the Nax invasion for Classic, and I think it's cool that they're kind of doing the same thing in here and in the old, like in Classic and in Retail. I think it's cool that they're kind of doing the same thing. I'm gonna go live out my dreams, and I'm gonna go mess up a bunch of people. I
For a
think.
start, so there is that.
I think it's gonna be good.
But the next and maybe most fun is to bring the plague as far as you can spread it yourself. And that
What's going on, Grace?
Fun. And this is basically where that whole 1 minute timer till infection gives you a lot of time to get around the world and to start causing chaos in the player hubs, right? Because you'll turn into a zombie in a minute, but during that minute you can still fly.
I'm definitely gonna
so
be.
You can go to a transport hub or something like that and get ready for chaos. I mean, one of your abilities as a zombie is to self-destruct, and that self-destruct will instantly infect players and NPCs in an AoE. So,
you know what's happening.
You want to land that on a bunch of players who think they're flying high enough to avoid your attacks, and if you do that, you'll get some great sadistic fun. Which I guess is what
let's have some fun, boys.
Now, if you're one of those lawful good players who just wants to, go and get your business done in the city, yeah, I mean,
I'll just let them
luck.
kill him
Your
for me.
only
You can see him over
recourse,
here.
once zombified is to just die and respawn. But luckily for you, and unlike some of these events in the past, it basically
how's it
rolls on
different
a
now?
rotation of sorts, right? So the chaos is not up all the time. Basically, it comes in waves every few hours.
That's
Some
why
people
there
think
was
that's a
nothing
shame.
there.
Some people think that's a good thing. I'm going to leave that out of this video. Now, there is one type of player who will be immune to this thing, though, and that is any newcomer players from Exile's Reach.
Smart.
They will
Very
have
smart.
immunity to all effects of the invasion because, yeah, it may not make for the best new player experience for
That's
you to come off
very
the
smart,
newbie
Blizzard.
island
Good
and
job,
then
Blizzard.
just
You did
not
something
know what
good.
the
Thank
hell
you.
is going
Thank you,
on.
guys.
So there you go. That is it. That is the pre-patch event. There's not
Kind
a
of
massive amount,
underwhelming,
to be
yeah.
honest, but the zombie invasion is a pretty fun way to spend some time. And hey, you know, a bit of player-driven chaos. Well, the World of Warcraft hasn't actually seen in what, over a decade. And yeah, on the content side, I mean, there's not that much content, but if you want a whole bunch of gear and you want to get some 34-slot bags, then
it works
it's
out.
a pretty decent thing to do.
I'm getting
All in all,
one.
then, the event is, I'd say, definitely worth logging in for the experience. You know, you may as well get some gear and get a 34-slot bag, kill some old bosses.
I want it.
And it's a pretty good way to just get yourself into the flow of
80.
some WoW gameplay, perhaps with some new classes. I mean, if I actually
got one more. We got one more to go.
Instead of making content based on the PTR and the beta, then yes, I would love to do that. That's what I would intend to do. So anyway, that's that. That's the pre-patch event.
Perfect.
Hope you have fun with it. And yeah, with that said, won't be too long until Shadowlands itself comes out. Pretty hyped for that. Okay, that's it for me. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.
Hell yeah, guys.